I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. And kill Abel, unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coerce. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about your brother protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Denver Broncos. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. A lot of storylines to a New England-Denver matchup. So many great games in the past. And worth noting, too, that Cam, of course, has his history with the Broncos as well. He was on the losing end of Super Bowl 50 when his Panthers lost to the... And now look at this! Big game, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and a yard.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie, and it's third and short.
Down and 1 yard to go.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 8-yard yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Patriots take over.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Go! Check!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The stop made by...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
56, check, 56. Here we go. Check. Gun. 56 to Mike. 56.
A give to Jones. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. These two teams all tied after one.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 42.
He's brought down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Locke working out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. The shotgun snap for Newton. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This is White on the screen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Locke eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Locke with a throw, caught by Hamler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And returning it, here's Hamler. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you? Yeah. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Fulk connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Gordon on the carry.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Gain of 18 on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
KJ Hamler.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
The score, Patriots 20, Broncos 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
That's good.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The give is to Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Hamler now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Here's Locke to throw. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Patriots.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56.
They'll run it here. This is James White. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter.
With the score.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Aaron Jones.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Jackson on the coverage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A gain of
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
He was brought down by John Simon.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Locke going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Locke now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this is a beauty as that ball is going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take him. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Get ready. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Greg. 56. Mike, 56.
From the end zone, Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damiere Byrd 99 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the gun, Newton. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
28, Broncos 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Complete.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
56.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Flushed out right. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Broncos.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for New England, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile...